We all know the fun side of Zodiac love, the chemistry, the romance, the butterflies, and the honeymoon phase. But every relationship comes with a little fine print that nobody reads until it's too late. Today, we're uncovering the biggest strengths and biggest challenges of dating every zodiac sign with separate breakdowns for the men and the women. Let's dive in. The Aries Man. The adrenaline night. Dating an Aries man feels like being the main character in an action movie. He will claim you in public, fiercely protect you, and plan spontaneous dates at 2 a.m. But what is his absolute trait? He wants his woman to look like an absolute goddess. He actively loves to let you shine, boasts about you to everyone, and wants you looking your absolute best right by his side. But his patience lasts exactly 4 seconds, and he is shockingly naive. Because of that childlike impulsivity, he has zero verbal filter. He will blurt out things that cut right to the bone without even realizing it hurts you. Combine that with the fact that he gets bored incredibly easily, and you'll find yourself constantly trying to keep the spark alive while dodging his verbal landmines. He will treat you like royalty and let you shine, but you need thick skin to handle his naive honesty. The Aries Woman, the gorgeous warrior. She's a real Amazon, a beautiful, fiercely strong woman who radiates power. She doesn't need your money or your permission. Instead, she uses her massive strength to be your ultimate defender. If she feels you or anyone else has been unjustly wronged, she will immediately take up the cause and fight for you. She's the ultimate champion of the downtrodden, and she loves deeply with a surprisingly sensitive, passionate heart. But remember, she does not suffer fools, and she is impossible to control. Like her male counterpart, she has a shockingly naive streak and a total lack of a verbal filter. She will blurt out incredibly blunt, hurtful things completely without thinking. Because she gets bored incredibly easily and moves at lightning speed, if you can't keep up or if she loses respect for you, she will quickly check out and start micromanaging your entire life. The bottom line, she's a beautiful, sensitive warrior who will fight the world for you. Just don't try to control her, and be ready for her blunt truth bombs. The Taurus Man, the high-value homesteader. At the start, he will completely dote on you and sweep you up in a world of earthy, cozy luxury. He's incredibly loving, highly erotic, and deeply body positive. He will genuinely accept your body exactly as it is. He's obsessed with good food and will track down the absolute best dining spots that offer elite quality at a smart value. He provides an unshakable protective sanctuary. But the minute he gets comfortable, the fairy tale ends and the accountant emerges. He will watch his pennies with a hawk eye and absolutely refuses to spend money unless it is a strict necessity. He is a human brick wall who can become cold and unlovable when he's angry, digging in his heels for days out of pure stubbornness. He is highly territorial and possessive of you, yet if his specific sensory, physical, or culinary needs are not fully satisfied, he is highly prone to stepping out and cheating. The bottom line, he offers a deeply passionate, secure love and excellent food, but you must keep his senses satisfied and get used to his frugal, stubborn ways. The Taurus Woman, the high-value anchor. She's a beautifully grounded, earthy, and deeply loving partner. She has an exquisite taste for good food and the finer things in life, building a home that feels like a peaceful sanctuary. Once her basic necessities are met, she's incredibly easygoing, loyal, and happily thrives in a stable routine. Plus, she fully earns her keep, bringing absolute fire and dedication both to her career in the workplace and to the intimacy in the bedroom. But make no mistake, she loves money and is fiercely practical about love. If you cannot provide the financial security and stability she requires, she will completely lose interest in you. When she's upset, she's the queen of digging her heels in, displaying a stubbornness that no one can break. Do not mess with her budget, her comfort, or her routine unless you want to see her cold side. Bottom line, she's a passionate, hard-working powerhouse who will stick by you forever as long as the financial and emotional foundation is rock solid. The Gemini Man, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dating a Gemini Man is like having a premium subscription to the funniest, sharpest show on earth. He brings a brilliant sense of black humor, quick wit, and endless fun into your life. He is charming, knows a random fact about literally everything, and ensures boredom does not exist when he is around. But you are dealing with a literal Jekyll and Hyde situation. Out of the blue, his entire personality can flip, leaving you guessing which version of him you're going to get. Because his mind is a hall of mirrors, he can be a master liar who easily misrepresents situations to save face or get his way. He can be deeply obsessed with you on Tuesday and then completely cold, unreachable, and rewriting history by Wednesday. The bottom line, insanely funny with elite dark humor, but keep your eyes open because his story changes as fast as his mood. The Gemini Woman, the cosmic illusionist. She's the ultimate combination of best friend and lover. Witty, hilarious, clever, and endlessly talkative. She radiates a fun, chaotic energy that is deeply intriguing. Highly intellectual, she wants a partner who is interesting, smart, and popular. She wants to feel connected to you, but keep in mind her connection is entirely abstract. She connects through ideas, banter, and mental chemistry, making you feel like you are part of an elite, exclusive club of two. But here is the ultimate plot twist. She works incredibly hard to appear exploratory and carefree, but she's absolutely not. Underneath that breezy bohemian exterior, she's profoundly needs-oriented. In relationships, everything is secretly about her needs, her entertainment, and her comfort. The moment she gets bored with heavy drama, she's gone. She stays far away from intense emotion, cannot keep anyone else's secrets to save her life, and fiercely guards her own, only blurting them out in a confused way to distract you. The bottom line, she's a witty, chaotic masterpiece who projects a carefree illusion, but she requires a lot of mental maintenance to keep her satisfied. The Cancer Man, the moody anchor. He's a deeply caring, home-loving partner who values absolute comfort and family above all else. He's incredibly supportive and will fiercely stand by your side. He's entirely non-confrontational, meaning he works hard to keep your shared home a peaceful, quiet sanctuary. He shows his devotion by being an excellent listener who genuinely wants to talk, connect, and process life with you. But that home-loving energy has a heavy shadow side. He's intensely moody and profoundly needy. Because he hates direct confrontation, he will never tell you what's actually wrong. Instead, he is the undisputed king of the silent treatment, expecting you to psychically read his mind. He is also incredibly tight with his money, watching every single dollar to ensure his personal financial safety, which can easily look like pure stinginess if you aren't prepared for it. The bottom line, he offers a deeply supportive, caring, and peaceful home life, but you must be ready to manage his heavy financial boundaries and constant emotional shifts. The Cancer Woman, the matriarch of the vault. She loves with an all-encompassing motherly devotion. She will look after you completely, anticipate your daily needs, cook for you, and create a warm, protective sanctuary. She is deeply caring and fiercely supportive. But take note, she has a major respect for stability. She respects a partner with money and a strong career because she craves security. Provide that and she will cherish you with her whole soul. But behind that sweet, caring exterior lies a living archive. She is entirely non-confrontational on the surface, but she stores absolutely everything you have ever done wrong in her mental vault. When she feels insecure or threatened, she won't fight you directly. She turns incredibly moody, gets intensely passive-aggressive, and can be deeply bitchy behind the scenes. She will bring up your entire history of mistakes to remind you of your flaws, weaponizing guilt with Olympic-level precision. The bottom line, an angel of domestic comfort who will build a beautiful life with you. But if you trigger her insecurities, she will open the vault and bury you in guilt. The Leo Man, the flashy showman. Dating a Leo man is a loud, high-energy, full luxury experience. He is incredibly demonstrative, has a fantastic sense of humour, and is a total blast to be around. He dresses flashy, stands out in a crowd, and actively expects his woman to look just as flashy and spectacular right by his side. He loves to be in the centre of attention, but if you give him that spotlight, he will literally give you the world. When he's happy, he's the most generous, warm-hearted king you will ever meet. But brace yourself, because absolutely everything is a massive drama production with him. He talks a lot, and let's be honest, the conversation is always about him. He wins his life. He's so utterly dependent on external validation that if you stop paying attention to him for 5 minutes, he instantly loses interest in the relationship. He won't hesitate to pack up, move on to the very next person who's willing to clap for him and feed his ego. The bottom line, a funny, generous and dazzling partner who will show you off to the world as long as you're comfortable letting him hold the microphone. The Leo woman, the creative queen. She radiates power, immense warmth and absolute star quality. She is creative, fiercely loyal and takes incredible care of her grooming. She dresses flashy and always looks like $1,000,000. When she loves you, she becomes your ultimate ride-or-die protector. She will spoil you with gifts, defend your name to anyone who dares cross you, and effortlessly elevate your entire social status just by walking into a room with you. But make no mistake, she must be the absolute center of your entire world. She loves drama and treats everyday life like a theatrical stage where she expects the starring role. Because she's a fire sign, she does not mess about. If you stop paying attention or put her on the back burner, you won't get the quiet silent treatment. She's fiery, so you will hear about her unhappiness loudly and directly. She does not do compromise, and a wounded ego makes her instantly combative. The bottom line, a stunning, fiercely loyal and creative force of nature, but you better be ready to give her 100% of your focus or face the full force of her fire. The Virgo Man, the sequential architect. He is the ultimate problem solver and a master of micro-devotion. He is incredibly humble, highly literate and displays a sequential, measured approach to everything he touches. He shows love by actively managing your logistics, fixing your things, and being genuinely, immensely helpful. He's a rock-solid, quiet anchor who upgrades your real-world efficiency so you never have to stress. But his mind is hyper-pedantic and it completely lacks the language of nuance or abstract symbolism. Everything is literal, black and white, and passed under a strict moralistic streak. He has a major psychological hang-up about being natural or pure, yet he will microanalyze your life to a fault. Like the Taurus Man, he watches his pennies with an intense hawk eye. If your life doesn't align with his perfectly measured, thrifty standard, his helpfulness quickly mutates into a relentless, exhausting lecture. The bottom line, he is a brilliant, helpful, and highly dependable partner. Just be prepared for a rigid routine, a strict budget, and a complete lack of poetic mystery. The Virgo Woman, the quiet architect. She's a kind, deeply thoughtful, understanding partner who sees your absolute highest potential. She's brilliantly smart and handles life with incredible attention to detail. She isn't loud or aggressive. Instead, she supports you with a quiet, reliable devotion that can organize your entire chaotic life into a literal empire. If you need someone who will genuinely look out for you, your well-being, she's the most reliable person you will ever meet. But because she's so intensely detailed, she can become hyper-literal, completely losing the deeper meaning of a situation because she's too focused on the mechanics. She absolutely hates confrontation and will always pick the winning side just to avoid drama. Instead of fighting you, she will simply walk away from conflict, retreating into an antisocial shell where she shuts you out entirely. Combine that with a habit of critiquing your habits and wardrobe under the guise of helping, and you can quickly feel like you are permanently on probation. She's a kind, brilliant strategist who will flawlessly upgrade your life. Just don't expect her to navigate messy emotional debates because she will quietly ghost the conflict. The Libra Man, the charming enabler. He's a good-looking, absolute gentleman who knows exactly how to sweep you off your feet. He genuinely loves being in a partnership and cannot stand being alone. When he's with you, he will offer non-stop praise, constant acknowledgement, and absolute sweetness. He values peace, harmony, and romance above all else, making you feel completely adored on a daily basis. But look closely, because he can be shockingly spineless and shallow. He hates direct conflict so much that he will bend like a blade of grass, refusing to take a firm stand for anything. He's incredibly gossipy and fills his head with useless, superficial information just to stay popular. Because he's a chronic people pleaser who craves external validation, his non-stop praising isn't just for you. He's spiritually flirting with the barista, the cashier, your friends, just to be liked. The bottom line, he is a beautiful, deeply flattering partner who will shower you with attention, but don't expect deep backbone or an easy time getting him to make a real decision. The Libra Woman, the elegant informant. She's a remarkably good-looking woman who always dresses like a lady and possesses immaculate manners. Deeply romantic, easygoing, and completely non-confrontational, she brings pure elegance and balance into your world. She hates conflict, meaning she will bend over backward to ensure peace. She's constantly talking about being in a relationship because she genuinely loves partnership, and she knows exactly how to make you feel like the center of her universe. But behind that polite ladylike exterior lies a master collector of secrets. She knows absolutely everyone's business, is deeply gossipy, and will not hesitate to completely bitch about you behind your back the second you don't do the right thing. Because she is deeply insecure, she can turn into a literal stalker, tracking your moves while playing the victim in every argument. She will smile, swallow her anger to avoid an immediate fight, and then store it away to paint you as the villain later on. The bottom line, she's a beautiful, peaceful, and well-mannered partner. Just stay on her good side, or you will become the main topic of her next gossip session. The Scorpio Man, the mysterious god. He offers an intense, magnetic, and completely all-consuming love that doesn't do superficiality. He wraps himself in a deeply mysterious aura that is incredibly attractive. He's highly emotionally savvy, reading your feelings like a book before you even speak. When he's happy, he is fiercely protective, deeply loyal, and incredibly generous. He will stand by you through absolute hell when the rest of the world walks away. But he has a massive psychological blind spot. He thinks he knows absolutely everything, and you cannot tell him otherwise. He has a desperate need to stay in control of the relationship at all times, which quickly mutates into hyper-possessive and intensely jealous behavior. Because he secretly expects betrayal, he acts like the director of the FBI, over-analyzing your tone of voice, testing your loyalty, and micromanaging your personal freedom. The bottom line, he offers unmatched, emotionally deep devotion, but you have to handle his rigid need for control, constant, high-stakes loyalty tests. The Scorpio Woman, the hypnotic siren. She has a brilliant, unmatched insight into human psychology and sees right through your masks to your true self. She is incredibly sexy, deeply passionate, and carries a mysterious hypnotic edge that leaves everyone completely captivated. With her loved ones, she is wildly generous, fiercely loyal, and highly ambitious. She will defend your deepest secrets to the grave, giving you a level of emotional intimacy you didn't know existed. But cross her, and you will meet a terrifying force of nature. She's hyper-possessive and intensely territorial. Unlike the non-confrontational signs, she's absolutely not afraid to confront you directly and aggressively. She carries a calculated, revengeful streak. If you lie to her or break her trust, she will explicitly get back at you first, punish you, and then walk away without ever looking back. It is a strict, scorched earth policy. The bottom line, a stunning, passionate, and mysterious force of nature, but do not play with her or you will experience her sting firsthand. The Sagittarius Man, the grandiose explorer. Dating a Sagittarius man is a high-energy, laugh-out-loud experience. He's incredibly funny, generous, and radiates a massive wave of optimism that keeps life feeling like an endless summer vacation. He loves spontaneous adventures and won't hold a grudge. But here is the ultimate plot twist. Despite his loud, lone wolf routine, he secretly craves being in a relationship. When he finds the right partner, he wants a true partner in crime by his side. But brace yourself, because he comes with a colossal egocentric ego. He legitimately thinks he's great at absolutely everything and constantly considers himself way more important, smart, or skilled than he actually is. His mouth is shockingly coarse and blunt. He will drop verbal bombs that cut you to the bone without a single thought. He can be deeply greedy for pleasure and experiences while he demands absolute freedom for himself. He is secretly hypocritical, prone to flashes of intense jealousy, and handles long-term domestic routines with terrible maturity. The bottom line, he's a thrilling, generous, and funny partner to conquer the world with. Just be ready to stroke his massive ego and ignore his blunt, coarse mouth. The Sagittarius Woman, the explosive free spirit. She is a refreshingly honest, independent powerhouse who completely hates mind games. She loves you for exactly who you are, never tries to change you, and acts as your ultimate best friend. She is naturally funny, wildly optimistic, and carries a strange, undeniable streak of good luck that always seems to pull her through. Dating her means constant laughter, high adventure, and pure, unfiltered authenticity. But behind that breezy smile lies a completely untamed temper. She absolutely cannot keep a secret to save her life. When she faces real obstacles or things don't go her exact way, she will throw an absolute toddler-level tantrum. If she feels insecure, she flips from optimistic to incredibly bitchy and gossipy, talking behind your back. And if you make her angry, prepare for impact. She becomes completely explosive, throwing blunt, brutal truth bombs directly at your face that are calculated to hurt you deeply. The bottom line, she's a lucky, hilarious, and authentic partner, but you need armor-plated skin to survive her explosive tantrums and reckless mouth. The Capricorn Man, the high-status executive. He is the definition of rock-solid reliability and traditional commitment. He dresses sharp, acts like a proper gentleman, and takes his role as a provider incredibly seriously. He has a high, expensive, refined taste and will spoil you with top-tier, high-quality gifts. Because he's highly status conscious, he actively loves it when his woman dresses in a classy, elegant way that commands respect. If life hits a crisis, he handles it like a seasoned general. If he says he's got you, he has you for life. But behind that sharp suit lies a partner who's profoundly emotionally stunted. He handles conflict and communication in a hyper-direct, clinical way that lacks any real emotional depth. He is incredibly money-conscious, analyzing every financial move through a lens of status. If you are having a rough day and need soft comfort or a warm embrace, you won't get it. Instead of a hug, he will treat your emotions like a business problem and hand you a literal 5-step action plan to solve. The bottom line, ultimate luxury, security, and classy lifestyle, but do not expect poetic love letters or deep emotional warmth from this corporate heart. The Capricorn Woman, the high society matriarch. She is a brilliantly ambitious, highly responsible powerhouse who naturally commands absolute respect. She respects hard work above all else and will fiercely elevate your entire life strategy. Deeply status conscious, she understands the societal hierarchy flawlessly and knows exactly how to position herself and you at the top. She's incredibly reliable, and above all else, she's fiercely loyal to her family and her inner circle. If she chooses you, she's an unshakable anchor. But behind that professional, polished facade lies a mind that can be incredibly cold and calculating. She is not very emotional, and when she feels slighted or stressed, she can turn intensely bitchy and emotionally distant. She calculates her relationships based on status and achievement. If you don't match her drive, she will look down on you. Because she's intimidatingly hyper-independent, breaking through her chilly outer shell to find an inner soft romance takes an immense amount of work. Bottom line, an elite, powerful partner who will help you conquer the world and guard your family legacy. Just don't expect a warm, fuzzy, emotional safe haven. The Aquarius Man, the unpredictable visionary. He offers an incredibly friendly, open-minded partnership built on total, non-judgmental freedom. Highly intellectual, he actively loves the unusual, the weird, and the eccentric. He's wonderfully talkative, never smothers you, and loves going on wild, spontaneous adventures. Above all else, his friends are incredibly important to him. If you fit into his social circle and match his intellect, He will give you a unique connection where you feel totally free to be your stranger self. But his mind exists entirely in the abstract, giving him a cold, blasé attitude toward real human emotions. He is highly unpredictable. One day he's all over you and the next day he vanishes into thin air. He has a bad habit of lying, twisting realities, and making things out to be way bigger, grander, or more dramatic than they actually are, just to feed his intellect. Trying to get him to express deep old-school romance can feel like pulling teeth, and he can easily switch from your lover to a distant acquaintance. The bottom line, an incredibly fun, adventure-loving, and non-judgmental partner. Just keep your eyes open because he's a friendly ghost who rewrites reality whenever it suits him. The Aquarius Woman, the Freedom Rider. She's a beautifully weird, uniquely unconventional, and fiercely authentic soul. She is incredibly friendly, deeply loving, and profoundly loyal. She is the farthest thing from a clingy partner. She naturally gives you absolute freedom, and in return she expects that same freedom back. She values her own personal time immensely. Dating her means having a refreshingly, fiercely original partner who loves you for your true self without ever trying to chain you down. But that high demand for space can easily morph into severe emotional distance. If you cross her boundaries or get overly needy, clingy, or highly emotional, she handles it with absolute ice tongs. She views intense emotional outbursts as illogical puzzles that she wants no part of. Instead of comforting you, she will absolutely freeze you out and emotionally retreat you into an outer space until you calm down and act logical again. The bottom line, an incredibly loyal, loving, and refreshingly independent partner. Just ensure you love your own space as much as she loves hers. The Pisces Man, the illusionist soulmate. He offers a sweet, old-school romance straight out of a movie. He's deeply empathetic, emotionally deep, and understands your soul on a level no one else can. His greatest talent is putting you on an absolute pedestal, making you feel like the most beautiful, worshipped entity in his spiritual universe. He will look into your eyes and heal your emotional bruises with absolute tenderness. But the higher the pedestal, the harder the fall, because this man cannot be fully trusted. He's a master of deception and escapism. When real-world relationship stress hits, he doesn't fight. He vanishes into a cloud of passive avoidance and emotional daydreaming. He's highly manipulative and will effortlessly slide into a web of white lies, rewriting scenarios just to avoid dealing with a harsh reality of taking accountability for his actions. The bottom line, a magical, deeply understanding romance, but keep your eyes wide open because his beautiful dream world can quickly turn into a house of mirrors and deception. The Pisces Woman, the martyr muse. She possesses a gentle, radiant beauty and a deeply sensitive soul. She's incredibly creative, artistic, and acts as an intuitive oasis who senses your pain before you even speak. She loves you with an unconditional, almost spiritual devotion, offering a soft, poetic love that feels like a beautiful escape from the harshness of the world. If you need a partner who truly sees your soul and supports your artistic dreams, she is it. But her sensitivity has a massive shadow side. She has a chronic victim mentality. She falls in love with people's broken potential rather than who they actually are. This leads to a severe savior complex where she actively tolerates terrible behavior, playing the silent martyr until she completely burns herself out. When things go wrong, she will effortlessly flip the script to ensure she's the tragic victim, using her tears to avoid real-world accountability. Bottom line, a gentle, stunningly creative, and unconditional lover, but she must guard her boundaries, and you must avoid taking advantage of her fragile nature. And that's the relationship fine print hidden in every zodiac sign. Did I call out your sign perfectly, or am I completely wrong? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this cosmic tea spilling session, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next astrology deep dive. Until next time, keep looking to the stars, but remember, the red flags are usually right in front of you.